Next on Cal High Sports Bay Area, we mix state basketball with lots of spring sports. We'll show you De La Salle battling the #1 team in the nation, Chino Hills. Willow Glen meets Leland on the diamond, and Monroe Catholic battles Miramonte.
Softball action with Mitty and presentation. Lacrosse with Menlo-Atherton and Sacred Heart Prep. We'll meet the phenomenal softball pitcher Holly Azevedo and see how the South Bay baseball community is chipping in to help one of their own. It's all next on Cal High Sports Bay Area.
Welcome to Cal High Sports Bay Area here at the Silver Creek Sportsplex. I'm Robert Braunstein.
And I'm Marissa Levis. We start this week with baseball, where two of the very best from the CCS and NCS met this week. De La Salle is off to a fine start with a 3-0 record with wins over some of the top national teams.
Yeah, and the Spartans facing a Bellarmine team already 3-0 in league, 8-1 overall, with junior Lawrence Palmer off to a red-hot start, hitting .577, but Lawrence was sick during this game, so the Bells would have to face De La Salle without him this week. The De La Salle Spartans taking the field as they meet the Bellarmine Bells. The Spartans get on the board first. Runner on for Gabe Josso, and the DH muscles up and laces a single to center. Scoring is Ryan Cole, 1-0 Spartans. But the Bells come back in the second. Matt Clark bloops one into shallow center. Scoring is Kiernan Shaw, and we're tied at 1-1. Still in the second now, Anthony Peachy rips it to the right side. A nice diving stab by the Spartans. Trace Tomorrow, who throws to Connor Redmond for the out, but scoring is Parker Diamond. Bells lead 2-1. Runner at second and third, Connor Mack crushes this one deep to left field. Jack Vodka scores, but the runner from second stops at third, and the Bells settle for a 3-1 lead after two. It stayed that way till the fifth. Runner on for Armani Smith, who gets all of this one. A line rocket to the wall in left center. Scoring is Joe Vranish to cut the Bell lead to 3-2. Smith saying, "Let's go, boys." Still in the fifth with Smith at third. Josso with a mammoth shot. All right, it's a bloop single, but it's good enough to score Smith, and we're tied at 3-all. Lots of scoring chances on both sides from there. Second and third for the Spartans with two out. The runner is safe at first, but Parker Diamond throws home to catcher Matt Clark, and we go to the ninth inning. De La Salle with the bases loaded, one out, and Connor Redmond does a job, laying down a perfect bunt to score Armani Smith from third, and Redmond just keeps on running to try and avoid the dog pile. De La Salle wins it 4-3 in 9 innings. Josso with 2 RBIs for the Spartans.
The St. Joe's Pilots just moments before taking on St. Bernard in the Division 5 state title game. First quarter, we start things off with the home team, Jade Smith making it look easy from far out, tying things up at 3. The Pilots with nice passing early. Adam Campos on the assist to Darnay Duckett, and he hits from behind the arc to give St. Joe's the 3-point lead. St. Bernard needing to score, and they do. Here's Shane Williams connects with Adam Emanuel, and he hits from 3 land. Second quarter, the Pilots continuing to roll. Campos doing his job in the paint. Layup good. St. Joe's up 4. And who doesn't love some good defense? Jade Smith keeping his stance and drawing the charge. If you're good on defense, your reward is on offense. Off the miss, Smith gets the putback, and the Pilots go into the half up 31-24. Vikings trying to fight back in the third. Robert Fuller with the acrobatic layup while falling to the ground to pull back within 6. But with just 1 minute left in the third, it's Jade Smith knocking down the jumper, score 44-39. And in the end, St. Joe's trying to close things out, up by just 2, and it's Smith on the assist to Campos for the deuce. And the Pilots managed to win the Division 5 state title game with a final of 55-50. It's head coach Don Lippy's 800th win. Congrats to the outstanding coach in St. Joe's on another fantastic season. Contra Costa County Sports is brought to you by StatMed Urgent Care, the right care right now.
The Miramonte fans out in full force for this Open Division girls final between the Mats and Chaminade. The Eagles from Chaminade out to a big early lead, and 6-foot senior Liana Odom was a big reason why. The Eagles were on fire early on. Isabel Newman for 3 as Chaminade dominates the early going. When Odom hits inside here, it's an 18-point Chaminade lead in the second. But the Mats come back late in the second. Sabrina Ionescu down low to Uriah Howard. They do that so well. Then send it to the corner for El Louis for 3 to cut the lead to 12. It was 13 right before the half, but with time winding down, Ionescu gets the ball and hits a long 3 at the buzzer to give the Mats some momentum, down 10 at the half. Third quarter, Miramonte keeps chipping away at the lead. Kiana de los Santos, an NBA three from the corner that bounces in. The lead is down to 9. Then Ionescu again, the pick and roll again to Howard, and the Chaminade lead is down to 1. The Matadors take the lead here. It's de los Santos at it again, but Chaminade takes over from there. Here Odom hitting again 2 of her game-high 33 points in the game, and the Eagles go on to win it 80-71, ending the fine career of senior Sabrina Ionescu and the Miramonte team.
Each week we bring you the Players of the Week, brought to us by the Hip Hop Department in Music Production at the Rica Center.
The players chosen from last week's games, here are this week's Players of the Week.
These are the Players of the Week. Rica Center, yo. Look up to the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Stop playing, it's a pilot, flying Notre Dame. Oh, what a game, triple overtime, late shift. Nothing's ever basic when you come to play with Jade Smith. Dangerous attack at number 5 on his back. 27 points, come and join if you think you can match like that. Jade with the blade stays sharp. This junior takes part in laughing at your late start.
And then we take it all across to the east side, where the sophomore number 13 B slides. Yeah, better get used to the name Aliyah Bell. Fire shells dropping in the bucket with his higher stealth. 21 points, 5 boards for a spot in the finals. And now it's final. Essential to his team, he is spinal. Twist you like vinyl, sleep you like Nyko. All for the title. Okay, now that makes sense. Those are your Players of the Week.
Each week, Muir orthopedic specialists bring us great advice on sports-related injuries. Here's Dr. Charles Preston with this week's tip.
Hi, I'm Dr. Charles Preston, sports medicine specialist at Muir Orthopedic Specialists. The Tommy John procedure is an ulnar collateral ligament reconstruction named after the pitcher Tommy John, who underwent the procedure for the first time in 1974. He successfully had his elbow reconstructed and was able to win a ton of games after. The procedure restores stability to the elbow by reconnecting the ligament from the humerus to the olecranon. This is the ligament that undergoes stress during repetitive throwing. The Tommy John procedure has an 80% return to play rate. It's not perfect. The Tommy John procedure does not improve performance, but has a goal of returning an athlete to the field. The best thing you can do as an athlete is avoid the surgery in the first place by adhering to proper rest periods from throwing, which by USA baseball standards includes taking 3 months a year off from competitive throwing.
Coming up, the Open Division state title game with De La Salle battling the #1 team in the nation, Chino Hills.
And the heartwarming story of how the South Bay baseball community is chipping in to help a Bellarmine coach as he cares for his ailing daughter. Our Stevens Creek Toyota Spirit of Achievement feature is next. Muir Orthopedic Specialists, the leader in innovative sports medicine, is proud to present its new 46,000 square foot facility in Walnut Creek. This new leading edge facility combines high-tech equipment, an Olympic weightlifting area, indoor turf field for training and rehab, and expanded physical therapy facilities. The new Muir Orthopedic facility features efficient and personalized check-in, spacious reception areas, and on-site digital x-rays for fast results. For the best care for your treatment and recovery, visit the doctors at Muir Orthopedic Specialists.
The Rica Center for Human Enhancement offers a range of programs in the athletic fitness department designed to train athletes of all ages and abilities. Our programs range from Rise Up for student athletes 9 and older to Pinnacle and team training sessions for more advanced athletes with a specific far-reaching goal. Or sign up for Core and get a customized workout plan designed for whatever intensity or ability level you want to achieve. From Pinnacle to Core, the Rica Center has a program to help you achieve your goals. So it's simple. If you've got goals, come to the Rica Center.
It's a new season at Stevens Creek Toyota, and we're proud to present this year's all-star lineup. Like home run deals on Camry, the original Swagger Wagon Sienna, and our #1 player, better than par, Prius. Plus experience genuine Toyota service in our state-of-the-art facility. They're all here, your hometown champs, only at Stevens Creek Toyota San Jose. Visit us online at StevensCreekToyota.com.
Back at the Silver Creek Sportsplex with the state Open Division title game. De La Salle comes into the game as NorCal champs with just 2 losses all season long, and AJ Cool's first season as head coach, and he's real cool.
He is. We'll see in this title game. Chino Hills comes in with a 33-0 record with 4 players, including the 3 Ball brothers, averaging better than 16 points a game. Can the Spartans' stingy defense hold down the nation's top-ranked team? It's our Togo's Monster game. Our Taylor Lambert was there.
Welcome to Sleep Train Arena for the biggest game of the high school boys basketball season. It is the Open Division State Championship between Chino Hills and your De La Salle Spartans. Chino Hills comes in as the #1 team in the country. They've been amazing all year long. They can put up points like nobody else's business. But De La Salle, on the other hand, they're going to combat that with the De La Salle defense. They like to hold people to lower points, and the game in the 40s or 50s would be ideal for them. But they're led on offense by Jordan Rattino and Nikhil Peters. They can really fill it up quick. Like I said, it's the biggest game of the year, so we made it the monster game. Early first quarter, and the Spartans start out hot. Emeka Udini out to Jordan Rattino, and he nails the 3. Then it's Jordan again, setting up the defense at the top as he makes his move, creating that space with his long arms, and the Spartans are up 19-9 early. De La Salle playing stellar defense as well. Look at the charge Nick Markarchuk takes for De La. Now that is taking a charge. The Huskies are just uber talented. Mellow Ball, just a freshman, amazing stuff. Now check this out. Freshman Onika Okongwu to Mellow Ball. The freshman gives it to the other freshie, and those kids are freshmen? Wow. Just well. Chino Hills on fire to start the second half. LiAngelo Ball on the break. Huskies up 10 at this point. De La fighting to stay with the Huskies, though. Udini with the pass to a cutting Jordan Rattino. The lead cut to single digits, but Chino Hills would get the double-digit lead right back. Off the rebound, LiAngelo Ball with a full-court pass to Alonzo Ball, and that gives Chino a 14-point lead, and it would grow from there. Mellow Ball would lay it up for Elijah Scott, and that is one amazing dunk. Scott, just a junior as well. Only 2 seniors on this Huskies team. Spartans doing all they can. Jordan Rattino had a night, 3 of his game-high 16 points here, but Chino Hills was just too much. Alonzo to LiAngelo Ball, and to finish it off, Huskies win 70-50 final score. Still a superb season for De La, as we talk with Emeka Udini after the game. The senior had a great year, and he gives us a couple minutes of his time.
Well, we feel like, we didn't come with the outcome we wanted, but we fought all season. A lot of people didn't expect us to get here, and we've been battling the whole season. And the seniors, I love the senior class, one of the best senior class at De La Salle, and they'll be legends when they leave, and hopefully the juniors next year, and we just continue to live like them and just be Spartans.
In Sacramento with the Togo's Monster Game, I'm Taylor Lambert, Cal High Sports Bay Area.
All the sticks are inspected, and we get ready for some lacrosse action with Menlo-Atherton visiting Sacred Heart Prep. Early first, Emma Easton gets a pass down low. She'll turn around and fire right into the back of the net as the Bears take an early lead. The Gators take it back down the field as Emma Johnson lobs it all the way across to Cam Gordon, who makes a great cut to the middle of the field and slings it home, tying the game at 3 apiece. Working behind the net, SHP gets it back into Johnson's hot hand, and she'll go straight to the net, bouncing it off the ground and into the net to give the Gators a lead. On a penalty shot now, Annie Payne makes a run straight for the crease and blasts it right through the 5-hole as the Bears keep the game close heading into the break. Second half is all Gators. Juliana Clark handling it down low, centering it for who else? It's Johnson again, and Emma bats it out of midair and in for an incredible one-timer goal. Putting on the pressure, Libby Muir takes a pass on the near side and makes a move all the way across the crease and slam dunks it home as the league opener for both sides goes to the Sacred Heart Prep Gators, defeating Menlo-Atherton 17-10 was the final.
Each week, Stevens Creek Toyota brings us stories of athletes who have overcome adversity in their lives to succeed in school and in sports.
Marissa, sports is all about teams competing against each other to win a game. But there are times when events outside the game bring opposing teams together. When Bellarmine's head baseball coach learned his daughter had leukemia, how his opponents came together was amazing.
I'm glad to be back out. Okay, it's good to see you guys. Live in the moment, play in the moment. Go have some fun.
With a 3-year-old and newborn at home, coaching baseball this season at Bellarmine was always going to be a challenge. But this past November, Mike Rodriguez and his wife noticed something was wrong with 3-year-old Sophia.
My wife went in and said, something's just not right. I'd feel better if we called the pediatrician. We went into the pediatrician, and luckily, his first reaction was, well, a mother's intuition is usually right. Let's get a blood work done. So he ordered a blood work. We go in, we get her blood drawn. A couple hours later, he said, we get a phone call and saying, I think you should go up to Stanford.
It was a phone call every parent dreads, knowing your little 3-year-old is very sick. You're about to find out just how sick.
I don't want to break down, but that phone call is hard, because something's wrong. And, so we didn't want to go to that place right away mentally, but it's hard not to.
So off the family went to Lucille Packard Children's Hospital at Stanford for extensive tests.
3 days later that they came in and they told us that it was B-cell ALL leukemia. Very treatable. It's one of the most common that they treat here at Stanford. They have a very high success rate. It's very common in girls in that age range. And so they mapped out kind of the plan of attack.
The news is good. Sophia will get better. Still, she will go through 2.5 years of treatments, and there is more.
And then she'll move into an appointment or a checkup every 6 months for a couple of years, and then after that, it's once a year for the rest of her life that she'll need to go in for checkups.
Then news of Sophia's illness spreads quickly through the baseball community. The team has special hats made showing support for Sophia and for their coach. But there is support outside of Bellarmine. At rival St. Francis, the team gets together and decides to donate proceeds from their fall clinic to the Rodriguez family.
I just feel like the baseball community is a really small community, and I think when things like this happen, they you generally pull together and do what they can to help each other out. And obviously, I know Mike really well. We just kind of felt like, we need to step up. We need to do something to help him out. I know that it's not a lot, and they're going through a ton with the treatments for Sophia, but I just felt like it was something we needed to do and just at least show that we're obviously behind them and trying to help them out in any way we can.
The Lancers donated $4,000 to help, but it didn't stop there.
Guys that even I just have a brief interaction with, or I've met once or twice, they've reached out, sent an email or called, and I think this is something that, when it's a person, you're talking about people, you really see the good side of society.
So now Mike fits baseball around Sophia's treatments. Mike and his wife also have a newborn son who needs lots of care. The entire Bellarmine community appreciates the support they're getting from other teams.
That's absolutely amazing. Obviously, we're rivals on the field, but off the field, those guys are just as good as us, and we're all friends. And so we know that that's a huge part of being part of the family, the West Cal family, that everyone's rallying against each other. We might be rivals on the field, but off the field, we all want to be family and friends.
The Bells are playing well, and Sophia is doing well. The 3-year-old has a long battle ahead, but doctors are confident this little girl will beat the cancer.
1, 2, 3, Sophia strong!
So Mike coaches when he can. The rest of the coaches doing a great job filling in. As for Sophia, she's expected to recover fully. It's amazing what they can do with leukemia these days. So it's an exciting future, but she's got to get through these 2.5 years, which will be tough.
Yes, which will be tough, but a bright future.
Yeah.
All right. One Hit Away brings us great advice and information on concussion treatment and prevention each week.
Here's Darren Sidibaka with this week's tip.
One Hit Away is your concierge for brain healing and brain health from sports-related concussions. While today's sports culture focuses on concussion prevention and concussion recognition, One Hit Away's focus is on brain healing and brain health, resulting from sports-related concussions. Because the brain continues to develop until the age of 25, it is vital to manage youth concussions conservatively to ensure optimal neurological development. One Hit Away understands your brain can change your game.
Coming up, the Division II state title game with Serra battling Long Beach Poly.
Right now, here's our final Chevron Top 10 girls basketball poll. Little Kickers is a great soccer program for your child. With coaches trained in child development theory, Little Kickers classes are tailored to meet the specific child's age and ability. This creative approach to coaching will have a positive impact on your child far beyond the soccer field. These fun, high-energy classes at the Silver Creek Sportsplex lead to children with strong physical skills who are well-balanced and confident. Classes are available now for ages 18 months to 9 years. Sign up for Little Kickers at the Silver Creek Sportsplex today.
Guys, I got the jerseys. El Nino. Aquí. Spray Dan.
Oh, yeah.
Don Ovan.
Think that's me?
You guy. It's $40. Can you cover that?
I'll send it to you right now. Done.
Okay, got it. So Hat-Trick Rick, he's the best player on our team. You get the ball, you give it to him.
Great. Rick.
On your phone, online, on the go. Wells Fargo makes it easy to get banking done.
All right, Don, you're on. Nope, just kidding. The shift is changing the game, and for hitters, it's on their mind a lot.
Hey, Wash, this is my locker. It's the shift. You're over there now. Hey, what are you doing?
I'm hitting leadoff.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, man, it's the shift.
Get your churros here! Churros, churros, churros!
I just had the weirdest dream.
I gotta go do my thing.
Good luck, dude.
Back at the Plex with the State Division II title game with the Serra Padres going for a state title against Southern California Power Long Beach Poly.
Padres bring a 25-5 record to the title game as NorCal champs. Here's the title game action from Sacramento Saturday afternoon.
Great support for the Serra Padres as they try for their first ever state title in basketball. First quarter, Lee Jones, who had an outstanding game for the Padres, drives and scores here, but the Jackrabbits lead after the first. But the Padres keep coming in the second. Miles Todd's 0 for 3, and the Padres are down by 4. Poly with lots of talent. This is Drew Buggs with a nice fadeaway shot. The Padres get within 3 here as John Bess hits in the lane. Then just before the half, Jake Killingsworth working in the paint. He fires and the foul, and we are tied at the half at 19-all. Second half now, the Padres working it around to Killingsworth, who drives into the paint, fakes a pass, then hits the jumper. Serra up 27-21 in the third. More Padres. Jeremiah Testa loses the handle, gets it back, then a sweet pass underneath the best part of the 13-7 third quarter for Serra. But Pauly fights back inside to Xavier Williams for 2 and 1, and it's a 4-point Serra lead. But Jones doing a great job running the offense for Serra. A terrific interior pass to Killingsworth there. And now a loose ball here in the fourth quarter. It goes out to Testa, who dives into the lane and hits a tough shot as Serra wins its first ever state title in basketball. This final shot does count to make it a 48-43 final. The Padres holding Poly to its lowest point total of the season in the state championship win.
The Eastside College Prep Panthers getting ready to take on Village Christian in the Division V state title game. It was the Crusaders coming out hot. Leslie Aguilar making her way down low before passing to Mercy Odema for the bucket, score 13-6 VC. Back come the Panthers. Zion Gabriel dribbles all the way into the paint and knocks down the floater to end the first. Second quarter, ECP still trying to cut into the deficit. Gabriel passes to Aliyah Bell. She gets around the defender and the lucky roll. Then just before intermission, it's the Panthers again. Rihanna Bay out to Gabriel, and you can count all 3 of those. Eastside down 4, 27-23. Third quarter, more Eastside to Hoffy to Gabriel for another 3 to pull within 2. However, Village Christian continuing to answer on offense. Mikaela Kacha-Negretti muscles her way up for the basket, 37-32 Crusaders. Fourth quarter, Eastside on a mission. Gabriel hustling down the court and finishing with the layup to give ECP the 1-point lead. And continuing to roll off the miss, Tahafi manages to get the bucket, and the Panthers didn't look back. Eastside completes the comeback and wins its first Division V state title in school history.
Service by Medallion celebrates teamwork and teammates who partner together to make great plays. This week's play comes from the Serra Padres in the NorCal title game. Lee Jones with a fine alley-oop pass to Jake Killingsworth, who rips it home. The alley-oop pass and dunk for the Padres.
Great teamwork there, just as Service by Medallion partners with its customers to provide great janitorial and facility support services for Silicon Valley's best companies.
The 12th annual World Games basketball tournament is coming up June 25th at the Santa Clara County Fairgrounds. The tournament for boys and girls ages 8 to 19 guarantees at least 3 games per team, a video game tournament, great food from around the world, and lots of fun. Sign up now at hilltoppers@ymail.com.
Coming up, back to baseball for a top Mount Hamilton Division game. It's Leland and Willow Glen in the Game of the Week.
And Holly Azevedo takes the mound as Pioneer meets Live Oak next.
Hi, my name's Tony Clifford, Chief Operating Officer at First National Bank of Northern California and former San Ignatius Wildcat.
Our bank is owned and operated locally by people who treat our customers like family. You can trust us to give your family or business the best banking services from a bank that's been around for over 50 years. And now we're in Sunnyvale at 425 South Matilda.
Try something old as something new at First National Bank of Northern California.
When an athlete is injured, you need the right help right away. StatMed Urgent Care has only experienced medical specialists on duty 7 days a week. With no appointment needed, on-site x-ray labs, and private exam rooms, you'll receive the best possible care right away. For immediate medical issues to routine care, StatMed has 2 locations in downtown Lafayette and in the Pleasant Hill Concord area near the Sun Valley Mall. StatMed Urgent Care, the right care, right now.
I ran track in high school and in college. Competitive running builds the will to try and try again. It's not so much about winning or losing, it's about consistently showing up to do your best.
This is essential in my job as an officer with the San Jose Police Department.
And it drives me to be my best for the residents of San Jose.
Visit our website at joinsjpdblue.com to find out more about a career with the San Jose Police Department. Be the force for greatness.
Cal High Sports Bay Area is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Stevens Creek Toyota, the #1 Toyota dealership in the Bay Area. Stevens Creek Toyota, it's where the deals are. By Mere Orthopedic Specialists, providing leading-edge care for athletes of all ages. By First National Bank of Northern California, delivering quality products and services to businesses and individuals while enhancing the economic environment of our communities. And by the San Jose Police Department. Visit our website at joinsjpdblue.com to find out more about a career with the San Jose Police Department.
The Mount Hamilton division looks to be very tight in baseball this year. The league has home and home series every week. This week, Leland battles Willow Glen twice. We take in the Wednesday afternoon game at Leland. The Chargers' Dom Floccini off to a fine start with 3 wins on the mound and batting .517.
And Willow Glen is led by senior Joe Hutchings, who's batting .450 so far this year. Sam Perraro's team taking on Leland this week. It's our game of the week, and Robert was there.
The Leland Chargers ready for action on a sunny Wednesday afternoon. This one was a pitcher's duel for Leland. Junior Dom Floccini was dealing. Dom going 6 innings. He did not give up a hit. For Willow Glen, senior Joe Hutchings also doing great work, getting some help here from his outstanding shortstop Tyler Meeker, one of the very best in the Bay. Some Leland D here at right. It's Chris Kim with a terrific diving catch. Chargers with a runner at first in the third. Ryan McKayen slaps a single to left. The ball gets by the fielder, allowing Hunter Christensen to race to third. 2 batters later, Anthony Nesci with the suicide squeeze bunt. He lays it down perfectly as Christensen races home, and Leland has a 1-0 lead. The Rams even the score in the 5th without a hit. Jacob Alvarez at third with 1 out, and Nate Maggi chops it to the mound, allowing Alvarez to score. It's 1-1. Same score in the 7th as Tyler Rando sends this one deep to right center field. That's the only hit in the game for the Rams coming off a Leland reliever. It's a double for Rando. Then with Tyler at third, Davis Miller sends this one deep to left. The ball is caught, but Rando tags and scores easily, giving Willow Glen a 2-1 lead. And with Hutchings on the mound, that was enough. Joe finishes with one of his 5 strikeouts in the game as Willow Glen goes to 9-1 on the season. We talked with the victorious Willow Glen Rams after the game. And here they are off an exciting win, the Willow Glen Rams. Congratulations, guys. Right here with me, Joe Hutchings. Joe with an outstanding job on the mound today. A 5-hitter, gave up just 1 run. What was it like going against a hard-hitting Leland team like this?
They're a tough team. They're coached well, so I just had to keep the ball down, get ground balls, use my teammates as defense. Felt good.
Defense did a great job for you, didn't they?
Yeah.
They did all right. Right here, part of that defense, Tyler Rando, center fielder. And Tyler, talk about this team. Mount Hamilton division is going to be very tight this year, as you know, it usually is. What's it going to be like playing in the division?
We can't take any game for granted. Hard-fought win. We got to fight them all hard.
Yeah, and Sam Perraro came over here last year. He was a longtime coach at San Jose State. What did it mean to have a coach with that kind of experience for this team?
He's probably the smartest guy I've ever met in my life. That's the truth.
Yeah, brings a lot for this team?
Absolutely.
All right, very good. The starting catcher on this team, Nate Maggi. Nate's had a great career here at Willow Glen. He's played here a long time, has done a great job on the varsity. What's it like with this group of guys? What brings their excitement where compare them to other teams?
Everybody here is just amazing. We go out every day and give ourselves 100%. We want to give each other a chance to win. We just play for each other. There's not a lot of selfish players on that team, and I'm very glad to be a part of this.
What's it going to take to win the division this year?
We just got to keep doing what we're used to doing. It's just keeping our heads down and just driving every day and just wanting to be better, just get better each day.
Yeah. Very good. The Willow Glen Rams, a nice win today. Congratulations, guys. Take us out with a cheer.
Grizzle D, 1, 2, 3, Rams!
All everything pitcher Holly Azevedo and the rest of the Mustangs made their way down 101 to take on Live Oak. The visitors get things going early as Brooke Neuenhoner rakes one down the line just inside the bag and coasts into second with the double. Azevedo would then help her own cause as she dribbles one up the middle and into center. Neuenhoner slides in safely for the 1-0 Mustang lead. The Acorns get a runner on in the bottom half of the inning, and they're looking to get into scoring position, but Carissa Deeds has other ideas as she fires a strike to second for the out. Pioneer looking for more as it's Azevedo, this time sending it deep into right field all the way to the wall. Mackenzie Drake scores, and it's 2-0 Stangs. Pioneer would put a crooked number up in the fifth as Neuenhoner dumps one just inside the first baseline. The throw would go into second and get away from the defense, so Drake turns the corner and goes in to score. Live Oak wouldn't go down without making a highlight, however, as Jordan Campbell slides into rob Azevedo over fourth hit of the game. There would be too much from Pioneer in this one, however, as Holly Azevedo delivers the 3-hit shutout. The Mustangs win it with a final of 6-0. Lexus of Stevens Creek presents the Volunteer Award each week. This award honors student athletes who volunteer in the community.
It's time to vote, finally. Go to the Lexus of Stevens Creek Facebook page right now, watch the videos, and vote for your favorite volunteer. The top 5 vote getters will split $10,000 in scholarship money at our banquet this year, so go and vote right now.
All right, coming up, the Fighting Irish from Sacred Heart play for the girls' Division III state title.
And we'll meet the fireballer from Pioneer, one of the nation's very best, next.
Cal High Sports Bay Area is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Stevens Creek Toyota, the #1 Toyota dealership in the Bay Area. Stevens Creek Toyota, it's where the deals are. By Mere Orthopedic Specialists, providing leading-edge care for athletes of all ages. By First National Bank of Northern California, delivering quality products and services to businesses and individuals while enhancing the economic environment of our communities.
The Sacred Heart Cathedral girls basketball team is on an amazing run, winning their last 4 games in order to make it to the state final game in Division III.
The Irish facing a Lakeside team that went undefeated in their league with a 29-5 overall record. The title game played Thursday afternoon in Sacramento. We head back over to Sleep Train Arena right now in Sacramento. First quarter action in Lakeside's Treanne Thompson with a pass up to Marissa Williams, and Marissa will turn the nice pass into points. Then we take our first look at Sacred Heart Cathedral's Amari Thomas with the putback there. And now it's Lakeside's Williams inside to Emma Merriweather. It's 32-29 Lakeside. Now watch this sequence. Raina Smith with a nice defense forces the tough shot. Amari Thomas with the board and a beautiful pass up to Yanaya Fleming, and the Irish are within 2. Lakeside coming back with a 3 from Kiara Barton to take a 3-point lead with just under 5 minutes left in the game. But Adina Del Rosario gets it to Amari Thomas, and the hoop plus the foul. She is really good. Game tied at 43 all. Lakeside not going away. Maya Victor with the board and second chance to stay within 1. But Sacred Heart Cathedral on the next possession. It's Amari Thomas. She puts in 2 of her game-high 30 points with a half second left until the buzzer. The ball is knocked away, and the Fighting Irish is your Division III state champion, 50-47 the final. Congratulations to Sacred Heart Cathedral, the Division III state champions.
Monte Vista traveling to Menlo for an NCS and CCS matchup Tuesday afternoon. First quarter, Chase Jolie wasting no time getting the Mustangs on the board. He fires one in from long range. The Mustangs up 2 and looking to add on to the lead. Nathan Hora takes his time before rocketing one home, 3-0 MV. Still going in the first, Monte Vista not slowing down. Jake Salamita over to Devin Spencer, and just like that, the Mustangs are up 6. Menlo still fighting hard, though. David Schmeer takes a shot on net, giving the Knights their first points of the game. And Menlo didn't let up in the second. Peter Gish going around defenders, slipping this one past the keeper to pull within 6. Monte Vista not letting up. Wiley Bonham goes straight at the net and finds the back with ease, increasing the MV lead 10-3. Third quarter, the Mustangs started where they left off. Bonham on the assist to Garrett Stemler, And then to close it out in the fourth, Jack Elmore over to Justin Berg. Berg to Devin Spencer. And Monte Vista cruises to victory 17-4 to remain undefeated on the season and one of the best teams in the state of California. Each week we go inside Cal High sports with athletes who are outstanding for a variety of reasons.
Taylor Lambert joins us now with a softball pitcher who is nothing less than one of the very best.
Robert, Pioneer High School's Holly Azevedo is at it again. Last year as a sophomore, the Mustangs pitcher took home our Player of the Year award in the CCS after finishing the season with a 0.04 earned run average. Now a junior and the clear-cut top pitcher in the Bay, Holly is looking to improve on an almost perfect season. Holly Azevedo is no joke. Last year we named her our CCS Softball Player of the Year as a sophomore. Last season she gave up 1 earned run all season, posted a 0.04 ERA and a 28-1 record, but all Holly Azevedo is focused on this year is getting wins.
Of course I love to win, but like, you know, you have to win every inning. You can't just take every inning for granted.
Man, she just keeps maturing every year. You know, she's kind of taking that leadership role, you know. She's mentoring some of the younger players that we have, and, you know, like I said, and she's really, I like what she's doing, you know, with the team.
Honestly, she's always been Holly. I know a lot of people are intimidated by her, and she comes out, you know, confident in herself, which is great. I'd rather have that than someone who's the exact opposite.
Holly Azevedo is good, and still only a junior. She's getting better.
What I've started to really focus on is hitting my spots, because I know in the past I've taken for granted that, you know, I have a lot of speed and I have good spins, but I'm trying to really work on, you know, finessing my pitches and getting good spin. Infield doesn't get a lot of action, and I don't mean to like offend anybody, but she's really just a solid pitcher. We get in and out of innings like pretty quickly, so as far as defense, like, I wish I got more action because like I want to like get better or whatever, but it's cool that we get like the 1, 2, 3 innings, and she is awesome.
Our defense is pretty sound, and, you know, like Max said, you know, sometimes it does get a little boring, but they got to be ready for it. They got to be ready at all times, you know.
With the core of seniors graduating last year, Holly is helping along the newcomers, and the transition has been going smoother than expected.
Coming back from last year, our team chemistry was really good, and having some new players definitely was, you know, different, but, you know, we all get along really great and we have a lot of fun together. We do. Team is better than I could have ever imagined, really. Like, we're bonding really quickly. As far as drama goes, there's none of it, so that's awesome.
You know, it's been a team effort. I mean, yeah, she certainly does help us, you know, in the circle, keeps the runs, you know, to a limit. But, you know, we contribute, you know, everybody contributes to, you know.
Pioneer has their eyes set on a run in the CCS and a league title, but Holly Azevedo will continue to take it one pitch at a time and keep on piling up those wins. Wow. Just wow. I still can't get over that ERA last year. She's going to do even better this year, I hope. A 0.04 ERA is about as minuscule as you can get. She had 1 earned run all last year.
Very impressive, very nice girl, doing a great job.
Still got 2 more years.
Yeah, all right.
All right, Synergy Environmental Solutions cleans up environmental hazards, asbestos, mold, and all the dirty work for Bay Area schools, corporations, and homes. So each week, Synergy honors the athletes who do the dirty work on the field.
This week, doing the dirty work is Lucas Fioretti, standing his ground and taking the charge for his Menlo-Atherton Bears in the NorCal title game. Lucas doing the dirty work, just like Synergy Environmental Solutions. Lots of ways to keep in touch with us during the week. You can find all of the elements to our show on our YouTube site. There's a tab on the site at our CalHighSportsBayArea.com website, so be sure to subscribe when you're there to get updates on new videos.
And you can buy DVD copies of every game you see on the show tonight. Just go to our CalHighSportsBayArea.com website and order your game right there. And of course, follow us on Twitter and Facebook. Our handle is at CalHighSportsBA. We now have over 11,000 followers. Coming up, the Togo's Monster Game. It's Berkeley going for a state title next.
And Mitty battles presentation in softball as Cal High Sports Bay Area continues.
Club Sport at the Silver Creek Sportsplex is fitness for the entire family. Mom can feel secure in one of 120 individual fitness classes while the children play in the Child Care Center or learn to swim in the Club Sport pool. Dad gets a great workout in the state-of-the-art cardio and weight training area. Classes range from Zumba to aquatics and everything in between. No matter what your fitness goals are, Club Sport welcomes everyone. Club Sport San Jose has something for the entire family. Devcon Construction is #1 in the Bay Area and Silicon Valley because of trust. 95% of our business comes from repeat customers. They know the customer is our top priority. That's why Devcon was the choice for the 49ers' new stadium and for the new Earthquake Stadium. Devcon was also chosen when outstanding schools like Bellarmine, St. Francis, St. Ignatius, and Mitty wanted the very best, on time and on budget. Top Bay Area companies know Devcon is the best choice whether it's new construction or renovation. Devcon Construction, helping to build the best in Silicon Valley.
I definitely got a lot faster. A couple days after I did my first class, I improved my 60 time at a showcase by 0.3 seconds, which is outstanding. Well, definitely working on the form component. I usually run upright where you're supposed to have your chest at a 45-degree angle. We worked on that and worked on it until I could actually feel myself when I did something wrong. But definitely that improved 60 time helped, and a lot of coaches came up to me and talked to me after that. It doesn't matter whether you're the biggest guy or the smallest guy in the gym. You're always treated the same, and it's just a great place to be.
This is our team, our city, our goals. This is our home, and there's just no place like it.
This is Dr. Michael Miklich of Muir Orthopedic Specialists on the sideline with the Monte Vista High School Mustangs. And you're watching Cal High Sports Bay Area.
Back at the Sportsplex with the State Division I title game between Berkeley and Crespi, the Celts from Encino come in with a 32-4 record with 4 players averaging 20 points a game.
That's a lot.
That would be like 80 points
Yes.
If my math is right.
Yeah, but my math's not good. So Berkeley, meantime, just keeps playing better every week. The Jackets looked great last week in their NorCal win. The Jackets won as the 7th seed, while Crespi was the Southern California top seed. It's our Togo's monster game, and our Jack Washer was there.
Monster game. Yeah.
One more game to decide if the Berkeley Yellow Jackets will complete that Cinderella run and become state champions. I asked head coach Mark DeLuca what's been the turnaround for this team, and he said, we've really picked up our defensive intensity. We've made teams very uncomfortable, and it's led to a lot of easy buckets on the other end. But I asked, playing a top 20 ranked nationally team in Crespi, how do you beat them? He goes, like any good team, you got to be at your best, especially against a great team like Crespi. So will Berkeley have one more dance, or will the clock strike midnight on this incredible season? It's a Togo's monster game between Berkeley and Crespi. Let's get right to it. Ben Baker gets the Jackets going right out of the gates. Hard drive for 2, and he gets the game going 2-0 Berkeley. Celts, as they did most of the night, always had an answer. Taj Regan hits Brandon Williams on the bounce. Soaring to new heights for the throwdown, Celts retake the lead. Enter the first quarter, Baker goes to Niles Malone. Quick release from the top of the key, finds nothing but nylon. Jackets trail by 2 after 1. Second quarter, Brian Morris going to work on the Celts D. Slips it to Sean Spikes for 2. Pretty. But Williams and the Celts regain control just before the half. Williams going coast to coast for the lay-in. Crespi led 34-23 at the intermission. Out of the break, Berkeley began to catch fire. Morris to Spikes on the pick and pop trifecta is good. Then next possession, Morris finds Malone in transition on the right wing. It's a 3, and Berkeley was just down 2. Then, a couple possessions later, Morris again playing distributor. Goes to Spikes in the corner for 3. It's good! Berkeley goes on a 14-2 run to take the lead. But Crespi would regain the lead and never relinquish it. USC commit DeAnthony Melton with a thunderous dunk here. Celts take the state title 68-53. Niles Malone finished with 18 points for Berkeley, and he leads off our postgame.
I mean, this is one of my biggest seasons. I mean, it's my last year, and it didn't go like I expected it to. But I mean, I love these guys, but we just got to learn from it, something we can think about.
In Sacramento with the Monster Game, I'm Jack Washer, Cal High Sports, Bay Area.
Out to Presentation High School as the Panthers host the Mitty Monarchs, who come in undefeated at 5-0. Early on, Erica Yeager for the Monarchs will attempt to steal second. The ball just gets away, and that gives Lindsay Goubeau room to come in and score as Mitty takes the lead. Then Julia Lucas from Mitty lines it to right, and that'll give Yeager some time to come around for the 2-run Mitty Monarchs advantage. And in the fifth, it's more Mitty offense. Rebecca Ortiz yanks this one to left. Angela Smith comes in. 7-3, Monarchs in the lead. Presentation would get out of the inning, though, with a little smooth D. Carolyn Scotes at short scoops it up and connects with catcher Kiana McCall, and the Panthers get out of it. But in the sixth, Mitty just keeps piling it on. Kaylin Stewart with the flare over the infield. That plates Angela Smith once again. 10-3 Mitty. Presentation playing some sparkling D throughout the day. Jasmine Paradover to Captain Lauren Block at first for the out, but Mitty pitcher Savannah Smith would shut it down for the Monarchs. Strikeout for the freshman in the final inning, and it's a 10-3 final for Mitty. Kaylin Stewart with 4 RBIs, Julia Lucas with 2 as the Monarchs go to 6-0. The MA Bears had one of the school's all-time best seasons in boys basketball this year.
Yep, they met up with our Jack Washer at the Rica Center this week to talk about it.
We're at the Rica Center here on Edison Way in Menlo Park. The Rica Center, where goals are achieved.
A great year by the MA Bears lets me in the Menlo-Atherton boys basketball team. We're here with Lucas Fioretti. Lucas, a tough way to end the season, but really an outstanding season by you guys. How will you best remember this team?
Just they're my family, and I just love hanging out with them. How I'm going to remember the season, I think we definitely exceeded our expectations in our preseason, and I'm going to remember working out in the off season, in the preseason, just hanging out with these guys and just grinding every day. Yeah.
In the middle here, Kaylin Kirshner. Kaylin, as a program, this is a historic season for you guys. What allowed you to be so successful this season?
Yeah, I mean, after last year, the first thing we did, the first day of summer, the seniors all came together, the whole team came together. We were in the weight room day one, 6 a.m. every day over the summer. We had a hashtag this year, 27 years. It's been 27 years since the team's been in the CCS championship and in NorCal's at MA, so that was kind of our goal this year. And the seniors kind of put it together, and the rest of the guys followed, and I mean, we had a great year.
We started with the Fioretti. We got to finish with the Fioretti. Christian Fioretti over here. Christian, this team has been special all year, and you just played your last high school game. Reflect on your time here at MA and playing high school basketball.
It was a great 4 years. Ever since freshman year, we were dreaming senior year could be the year to do something special, and we definitely did something special this year. I know I've talked with Kaylin, Reed, Blake, Lucas, Tim, Bobby, all these guys. We were just so pumped to get an opportunity to be one of the best teams in MA history, and I think we did that this year.
One of the best teams ever in MA history. Guys, congratulations on another fantastic season, and one more time, bring it in.
Let's go, boys. There we go. Let's go. Family on 3. 1, 2, 3. Family.
Coming up, it's Miramonte and Moreau Catholic meeting on the field.
But first, here is our final Chevron Top 10 Boys Basketball Poll.
Cal High Sports Bay Area is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Wells Fargo, proud sponsor of the Game of the Week. By Lexus of Stevens Creek. Lexus of Stevens Creek is once again sponsoring the Volunteer Scholarship Award. 5 scholarships worth a total of $10,000 will be handed out at the annual Cal High Sports Banquet. And by the Rica Center, where goals and dreams become a reality.
Back to the diamond now as Miramonte continues to wait for its beautiful new field to open up. The Mats playing this week's home game versus Moreau Catholic at Acalanes High.
The Mariners are pitching well so far this season, but we're looking to get the bats going this week against Miramonte.
The Miramonte Matadors taking the field on a sunny Tuesday afternoon. Moreau Catholic jumps in front in the first. Mike Goulard rips it to third. Eric Nyman tags third on the fielder's choice, but Aaron Harvard scores to make it 1-0 Mariners. Bottom 2, Zach Wong giving it a ride. That drops down the line and left. Wong with a stand-up double. He would score on a batter later to tie the game.
Still in the second, Nyman bounces one to third, and the speedster legs one out, the ball getting away, allowing Andrew Deaver and Casey McGonigal to score. It's 3-1. Miramonte Matadors. Miramonte still batting in the second. Garrett Johnson bounces one to short. He legs out an infield single. Sam Lang scores to make it 4-1. The Mariners get one back here. Freshman Jacob George putting a charge into this one. George at the plate, and number 2 swings and sends it deep to straightaway center field. Good enough for a double. Alex Pham scores, and that makes it a 4-2 ball game. But the Miramonte Matadors pile on from there. Griffin Schwartz with a slow tapper. Nyman chugging hard from third. Bates the throw to the plate. And Miramonte scores more late to go on to win it by a final score of 8-2. Wong and Nyman leading the way for the victorious Matadors. The Carlmont Scots getting warmed up as they pay a visit to the Hillsdale Knights. First inning runner at second, Lauren Quirky, sends a shot up the middle and into the outfield for a base hit. That sends the runner to the plate for an early 1-0 Hillsdale Knights lead. Still threatening, Hillsdale puts the ball in play. It's Michaela Spielman at second, making the stop, and the throw from the ground is just in time to beat the batter, keeping the run from scoring, and the inning ends for the Scots. But Hillsdale would get right back at it as Aaron McCoy hits a blast over the right fielder's head. The ball is still going, easily scoring the runner from second, getting McCoy to third as she proves she can swing as well as pitch. Sixth inning, down 3-0, Carlmont needing a spark, and they get it. Cameron Kondo finding the hole. That scores both runners on base, and the Scots are within 1 run. But McCoy knows how to pitch out of trouble, bringing the heat here to get the batter looking, and the second out of the inning for the Knights. Still in the sixth, McCoy back at it again. Wheeling and dealing, she gets her 12th strikeout of the game to get out of the inning with the lead and sending the Fighting Knights to a victory. 5-2 was the final over Carlmont.
The Antioch Panthers having some fun before the game. First set, Antioch sets the tone early off this Jake Perky block. The Panthers would shimmy their way to victory in the first set. Second set now, not much change. Perky would continue his brilliance as he smashes it down and earns a kill. Perky with 13 kills in the game. But the Knights kept on fighting, and with the help of Clayton Gardner's kill, Las Lomas took control late in the second and tied the game 1-1. The Knights were fired up, and Leor Schiffer makes the best of it by showing off his power. But after a hot start from the Knights, the Panthers' comeback was complete thanks to Jordan LeBaire sneaking it into the right corner and taking the third. Fourth set now, it was a back and forth match, and after this long rally, both teams battling hard, it's Schiffer forcing a fifth set, and the Panthers just couldn't block his kill. But in the fifth, it would be all Antioch. They never gave Las Lomas a chance to get back in the game. Midway through the set, it's David Driscoll with the kill, and Antioch gets the victory in 5 straight sets. DGDG.com is with us every week, featuring a play that made everyone happy. This week's Be Happy play goes to the De La Salle Spartans. Game tied in the bottom of the 9th, base is loaded for Connor Redmond, who lays down a perfect sacrifice bunt, scoring Armani Smith to win the game, and Redmond is dogpiled by his teammates in this week's Be Happy play. Go to DGDG.com to see how you can be a happy car buyer.
Coming up, it's the play of the week. Here's one of the contenders. We'll announce the winner next.
But first, here's this week's training tip by our good friends at the Rikus Center.
Hi, I'm Coach Andrew. Today's training tip of the week is going to be the single leg RDL. What Katie's going to do is balance on her left foot, hold the weight in her right hand. She's going to bow, keeping her body long, straight leg, back flat, come back up. This is a hamstring activation. Okay, you're going to do 10 times both sides, paying attention to the knee, making sure the knee does not come in, keeping the back flat nice and long. It's also great for balance. So all your volleyball players, basketball players, this is great for them to do.
The winner of the play of the week will receive an invitation to our end of the season awards banquet, May 23rd at Levi Stadium, thanks to the San Francisco 49ers.
Now less than 2 months away.
Invitations are almost out.
Yep, so keep an eye out for him. Here it is, the play of the week.
Play of the week. We start with Monte Vista's Wiley Bonham with a rocket to the back of the net. Those guys are really good. Here's Live Oak's Jordan Campbell with a terrific sliding catch. Miramonte's Griffin Schwartz bounces it to the mound, and Eric Nyman with a heads-up play, racing home, and he is safe.
Chris Kim from Leland out in right field with a spectacular diving catch in the Chargers game. Here's De La Salle's Trace tomorrow with a diving stop at first and then throws to the pitcher to get the out. That's a nice play there. But the play of the week goes to Amari Thomas for Sacred Heart Cathedral, up and under and the basket all the way down court with the pass, and Amari Thomas up and under and draws the foul in the state title game victory. That is the play of the week. That's the play of the week, and that's Cal High Sports Bay Area for this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Robert Bronstein.
And I'm Marissa Lovis. Join us next week when we meet the national champion trap shooting team from the East Bay. We'll see you then.